Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another video. And welcome back to another episode in the chaotic saga that is Chelsea Football Club. But we're here. We're back. It's another preview. There's another match day tomorrow. Chelsea versus Newcastle. How the roles have reversed in that one. But here we are in it. We're going to delve into everything regarding Chelsea v Newcastle and the situation regarding Chelsea. The government, Roman Abramovich, as you guys already know, he has given the green light for the government to start the sale of Chelsea Football Club. Man is literally giving up 3 billion and just walking away with it just for this club. If that isn't true love, I don't know what is. But gonna delve into that and also some of the new sanctions that have come out today as well. Big up everyone. Smash the like and subscribe button. Join the membership if you guys haven't done so already. We have 5 so far. Let's try and get another 5 by the end of this stream. Big up, smash the like and subscribe button, and let's get into it. Fata, what are you telling me, bro? You all good?
All good, man. All good. Last night's news, very bit of relief, and yeah, man. Just start early Saturday with normal space coffee in there, and yeah, I've literally last night seen my goats drop 50 points in the space of a week, and the fact that don't forget, guys, it's been over a month that we were world champions. So yeah, we're just getting started, though. We're just getting started.
Yeah, it's hard to even remember that we're world champions with all the shit that's going on. But yeah, still world champions. Let's go. Jesters, what are you telling me?
Not telling you much. I think I'm just ready for this sale to be done. I'm tired of talking about it. I want to talk about football and nothing else. Unfortunately, we're not at that point yet. But yeah, it's getting closer. And let's just hope that we go out and do the same thing we did in Norwich to Newcastle.
Damn right. Alex as well. My guy, what are you saying?
Big up, everyone. Every Arsenal fan that wanted us to be in administration. If you want to sleep and then you can go back to sleep now. That's number one. Number two is we did not pay attention when Roman Abramovich made the statement. Everything we needed to know about the sale was in the statement when he made it 2 or 3 days ago, because he said we should have known that he donate all the 3 billions to the charity in the first place. Because when he said all the proceeds of sale goes to the victims of war in Ukraine, that's what he meant. He didn't mean like I get my money back and the percentage of it. He said all the proceeds, which means every cent that sell it goes to the thing. As far as I remember, that's what it was. So we should have looked at that in the first place. That he will not get a penny in the first place. Wasn't looking. So to green light that, there was like a common sense for him to give go ahead, do your thing. So if we looked at from that point of view, then it would have been much easier sleep for those days. I think that's what I actually listened to the guy. He was some kind of working in the Ministry of Sports in UK. He was on Talk Sports News, and he was talking to a guy with the yellow tie. I keep forgetting his name all the time.
Jim White.
Yeah, Jim White. He was talking to him, and he was explaining exactly what happened. They did not. The reason why the sanctions came so quickly because they weren't planning to sanction him. They said that the reason they sanctioned because they didn't trust where the money gonna go, because because the way the statement made, it's a war of Ukraine. But victims of Ukrainian war could be the Russians, so they want to make sure that the money didn't go some fake account or something like that. So that's what actually happened, and we can finally go ahead, see if we can find ourselves a good owners. I'm okay with anybody at this point, just because the longer it goes, the worse for us. So that's it. It's all, if let's say it that way. If we getting in trouble as a club as that minute, it's not going to be on because Roman dragged us into it. Roman legacy is still intact at Chelsea. He's the best owner on the planet Earth that ever existed, and I don't know if it will ever be. So from now, it's on the UK government. That's it.
Damn fucking right. And yeah, it is
That's a
like
long ass hello.
Yeah, like it is mad that Roman has done it, but it's also understandable because he's not going to destroy the legacy that he's built up. It's just he's been put in the place to do it by this shit government. Andrew, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, man. Not much to say really, apart from as soon as they said, funny how quickly sanctions came in when they said proceeds of sale will go to Ukrainian charity, but all good. But yeah, by the way, if you go into the game tomorrow, don't shout his name during the 1 minute thing for Ukraine. If you only have a part of the game, fine, it's your right to do so, but don't do it during the Ukrainian one. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I just want to talk about a bit like Jester now. Just I want to talk about the football. I want to consolidate third even further. Then concentrate on the 2 cup campaigns. That's what I want to concentrate on. We did get that report about now we can spend 900k per match day apparently now, so instead of 500k, which I thought.
Yeah,
so Lukaku doesn't have to forfeit his weekly salary, right?
Oh yeah, and he's now, and also
he can actually push the bus if he needs to, right?
And also Roman's disqualified now as chairman, right? That came out today as well. So
Yeah, on the 900k thing, like this was where, because I was looking at all the articles over the last few days, and I can't lie, the media is absolutely running rings around this fan base. Everyone is panicking over the smallest possible article coming out, when in reality, you just need to read between the lines.
There's somebody saying some kind of breaking news, but I don't know what's the.
We'll get into this one as well. But like what I was saying is all these articles, like stuff about Chelsea not being able to pay for fucking fuel and shit like that. It's all clickbait as fuck to me. Like, first off,
you remember on Thursday when they said one of the kit men was going to a shop to get blank blue tops. Because of the free news,
they're sensationalizing everything, and everybody is just lapping it up. Like, let's put it into practice. First off, Newcastle, it's a home game. Oh no, there's no team bus. They can fucking drive to the bridge. Their cars are usually already there on a match day for them to drive out post-match. They can't drive in a bit earlier, or maybe stay at the Copform Hotel that's right next to the bridge. Then you've got Lille away, which has already been pre-booked weeks in advance. So that's not going to be an issue. And then the government already said that they were going to change some of the sanctions within the next few days. All Chelsea had to do is see it out until about Middlesbrough away. And by then, the sanctions would already come in. And we'd probably be in a safer place because the government are not going to let Chelsea go bust. Regardless of the situation that we're in now, which has been caused by this shitty government, they're not going to let Chelsea go bust. They can't do it because then the price goes down and the money that they receive goes down as well. So it's not going to work like that.
Yeah, it's not going to help Ukrainians. It's not going to help. It's not going to help Ukrainians because the money is supposed to go to the proceeds. So the less of the money they offer, the less money they go into the victims of Ukrainian war.
Exactly. So this is why people need to stop taking all these articles at fucking face value. It's embarrassing. Because the media are lapping this up. They can post whatever they want, and we're all so shook. We're all so panicked. Everyone's just going to take it in. Oh, shit, now we ain't got any sponsors. Oh, shit, we're going to have to wear plain blue shirts to games. Oh, shit, we're not going to be able to keep the bridge flowing. Like, no, it's not going to work like that. Just everyone needs to chill and relax. But
by the way, it's the same media. You're on a moral high ground. We've been going to Stamford Bridge for the past 19 years. Enjoying the free hospitality, food and drink under Roman's regime, and now they've suddenly grown a moral whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's all the same. Mm-hmm. It's all shit. You know, that's what it is.
Is Prime frozen over there, or is Wi-Fi moving like the government?
He's in the library. He's a McDonald's Wi-Fi. Of course, he's frozen. He's like a big smudge.
Prime
I'm gonna say hi to Scott anyway.
Yeah,
I think
hi, Scott. Hi, Prime. Let's roll
big
this
up you
thing.
guys. Hope you're
I'm
good,
not frozen. Just no one addressed me. So.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hi,
sorry.
Prime.
Like this
I
stream.
thought
is
you
going ahead of
negotiated that
itself.
Kardashian arena part.
Andrew's not frozen either.
That what You mean the
He looks
class
like he-
Kardashians?
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. Also, EA have apparently suspended Chelsea foot cards or something like that. I don't play foot.
You're bugging, man. You're
Yo,
bugging.
yeah, you're lagging like mad, bro.
Oh, I am. Okay.
Just like EA.
So you said they removed Chelsea from FIFA?
Nah,
I just
No,
played it the
no,
other day.
no,
can't be true.
something about foot cards, Ultimate Team cards or something like that.
Thank God I got Jorginho. I got Jorginho and Rudiger in my team still.
I don't play any of that junk, so
That
I
is
just played the
ridiculous.
game.
Yeah, I've got team of the
I'm
group
getting,
stage
I'm getting,
Christensen.
I'm,
I
I'm
wanna lose
getting
that.
late on the weekly daily
Banda.
basis. I don't.
Arab
do
Nights, let's go. Yes, people.
Did anybody hear what Alex just said?
Nah, not
He goes,
even.
I'm getting late on a daily to weekly basis. I don't know nothing about them.
Fuck it.
He's
now.
saying playing FIFA, you're a virgin.
Can't be asked. Weekly update. Has just dropped this saying Saudi media group have big plans for Chelsea, including contracts for Rudiger and Aspi, as well as investing heavily into the Cobham Training Centre and the women's team. And there's been articles that have just come out in the last few minutes. I think was it Fatu who sent this to me, or was it Jesters?
No, I
Yeah,
did.
Nizar Kinsella.
No, I saw
he-
one about the dude that
Sir
has
Martin-
the surname. Yeah.
So Martin Brighton? No, that's not Brighton.
Broughton?
Broughton, that's it. Has held discussions in recent days about playing their own bids being prepared by Todd Boehly. Bids are just being prepared. Like the Roman and Chelsea have hinted that it will take about 4 to 6 weeks for a sale of the club to be made. And with the new sanctions that have been made now and will continue to be changed over the next few days, the club will be able to keep flowing until then. But there's rumours now that a Saudi what was it? Saudi
Yeah,
media
that's been like that,
media
though.
company is going to be taken over, led by Mohammed Al Hirji, and they're in no way linked to
Al-Hirji.
Newcastle or the owner PIF and have big plans for the club. Okay, well that's
No, but
promising.
look, did you read it, Lewis? Did you read it? Like Pies retweeted it and they go, Mohammed Al-Khariji has lived in the UK. Chelsea are his Premier League club, and his kids are big supporters too. Listen to this. This is the right. I love how they do this. He wants to seriously to keep winning, build a new stadium, and re-sign Rudiger like he's in the top.
So
three.
literally, he's piggybacking Nizar Kinsella then technically.
Yeah.
Nizar Kinsella said
No,
the same
he's
thing.
retweeted his Kinsella said it, but like Rudiger's in the top 3 of things to do when you take over.
Yeah, I again, this. Saudi
That's
media
great,
group's
but
been-
can we have a number 4 for number 4, please? Like, what the fuck?
Saudi
Taking a
media
piss.
groups have already been linked with putting in a bid for Chelsea. I just don't think that it's going to be the one that's going to be accepted.
Oh,
Thiago
I keep forget
Silva
to
doesn't wear number 4.
I forgot
wears
to
6.
say.
Yeah.
I forgot to say in my intro, Lampard sucks.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Prime, you're going to be in your
Yes.
element with this one, aren't you?
Yes. Relegation. Yes.
I still don't know how to feel about that interview.
Mason Mount
Like,
hat-trick, getting him
I
relegated.
think Everton had a part to play in that. I think they told him to distance yourself as
No.
far as possible.
Well,
Personally,
they-
Then
but I
as
don't
a
care.
person, like,
because he literally barefaced lied about it.
and the thing is, like, yeah, they can say, "Oh, distance yourself," but like, just based on
Would say
integrity,
I don't
would you
have a
not?
comment.
Yeah, just like, would you not, based on integrity, like, not just say, "Yeah, I don't comment," or say, "Yes, I know him personally, but I won't be commenting on it."
No, it's
Literally just-
again.
Unless they've got
This whole
Usman
thing-
on, they shouldn't be saying anything. They got
This
Usman
whole
on,
thing
they
that's
shouldn't be saying
happened
anything.
The fact that you've got Conte, who was here 2 years, and with the way like everything left when he left, he's come out and said something.
Yeah.
The,
He
the
said
way
nice things about Chelsea.
the way
Exactly, so,
everything's going on with Roman, it's essentially peak cancel culture, and there are a lot of people who will do whatever they can to not also face the repercussions of getting cancelled as well. So Lampard trying to distance himself, it's bad, but it's what I'd expect from people to do. I'm not really going to hold it against him.
I am.
But it is what it is. Look, it is what it is. He's a bum of a manager anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, it's one thing to say, "Oh, this is criminal what they're doing to Roman." If you're Frank Lampard, but another thing is just say, "When I was a player, He was very nice to us. He was a big reason why, I am where I am now, and just leave it at that. Because
Hold on.
what are they going to say?
By the
What
way,
are they going to
sorry
cancel
to
him
inter-
for? It's not like you said supported him and said, yeah, I hope Russia invades Poland next or something like that. He didn't say. I mean, it's, there's a way to say, my interaction with him as an owner when I was a player was excellent. And just leave it at that. Then nobody has any more questions.
By the
But you
way,
do this, and then people start questioning. Well, you're on this boat, and so you don't think he's going to ask. He's not going to get asked about the boat he was on for his birthday. That was Roman's. Well, if you didn't know this guy, how are you on his boat? So now he's just made it a bigger deal than it needed to be.
exactly.
It's just dumb.
By the way, I just looked at it. Actually, that link that people saying about the Saudis. That guy actually credible guy source. But I don't know how he says that it's actually true that Nizar Kinsella actually known source around Chelsea actually.
I don't doubt
Yeah,
the
but-
source. I don't doubt the source. I found it funny the way he put like.
Oh,
he-
I see.
he
No,
wants
no,
to
yeah,
keep
no,
them
no, no, no,
winning
no. That's not
the
what
stadium.
I'm. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Rudiger's like the
I,
third.
I see what you said. I think like if it was some kind of different kind of source, I wouldn't quite believe it. But and I don't believe it even now because until I see it. But he is a credible source. But I think it's not because I don't think we're gonna get Saudis because I just don't see the UK government go for it right after. Like you know what I'm saying? Like from the problems we have to the all of a sudden somebody gonna point the finger. Oh, what you do? Like what about you know what I'm saying?
I said this on Sadiq's stream last night. It's going to be they're going to
But-
start
by the
putting
way-
in more and more laws about who can own clubs because they don't want another situation like this.
But by the way, do you think like is there UK government can say no to the higher bidder versus no?
Well, they're in charge of the sale now, so they can do whatever they want to the government. They just took a club. They just stole a club.
Well, technically they didn't.
Well, yeah, technically they did steal it.
Well, yeah.
If you take
yeah.
something from somebody and give them nothing in return, is that not stealing?
I don't. Just check me out. Do you think that they charge of a sale or they just in charge of where money goes?
They're in charge of everything now. They will have the last say on who gets to buy Chelsea. I guarantee. They will have to have their stamp of approval on it.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Roman. I thought that was at the very least he'd be able to pick where it goes to.
No, he just has
No,
to give permission for the sale.
He's
He has to give permission for
Roman
the
no
sale.
longer
Yeah, he gave him
owns Chelsea
permission for
Football
the
Club.
sale,
Let's just go
but-
with that.
Roman, no, but
I thought,
Roman
yeah, I
can't
thought it was
even
more
give
the case he just couldn't do anything with it, but you could still decide
Roman
where
can't-
it goes to.
Roman can't
No.
even give permission because they've already seized the asset. They can't. Roman can't even give
No.
say.
Prime Roman.
Time, go
Roman
to
will not
now
receive
Wi-Fi
any
McDonald's, man.
money.
That-
He's not going to. He's receiving
He
zero
can
money.
sue them. It's a legal thing. It's not like he gonna if he wanted he could dig his heels in the ground and drag this shit until there's a things called courts. There's a things way above that the UK government can do. There's a sport
And he
court of
could-
arbitration and all that
He
kind of
could,
stuff.
but
Where
that would make that would
Chelsea
then
in a bad
affect Chelsea.
spot. Yes,
That
but
would then affect
again, man,
Chelsea, yeah.
with your Wi-Fi, man.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know what he's saying either. But I see what you tried to say. My problem is how far did he, for example, did he give him approval of sale? What that means? Is that means that approval of sale that they pick an owner, or approval of sale they picking where the money goes? Because the sanctions are based on what I understood. The sanctions is where the money goes after the sale. Because
No.
we're afraid that after the sale money, that's where what's the problem is.
No, they basically look. You need to look at it this way. The UK government right now is interim owners of Chelsea. Period.
I don't think so.
Well, you could look.
No, look, I don't know. I don't know. It's not my
Yeah.
cup of tea. It's not my field. I don't
Yeah.
have to give somebody resuscitation to save their lives in the Chelsea Football Club. I don't know. I'm trying to, like I said, I've been telling people, please, for the love of God, watch that YouTube with that sport whatever Ministry of Sports guy on the YouTube on Talk Sport. He explained because the sanctions versus. He said there's a big difference that legislations can't do in UK because you can sanction the house, but you cannot sanction something that live like it's live breathe machine. It's not something that physical. It's alive. That's how he explained it. It's like it can actually it's affecting a lot more people than actual just a house. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way he said it, and he said there's not a lot of laws about that in UK. So the only way we can sanction is the money, the 3 billion, not the club.
Look, I think
I'm
we're all
confused too, man.
I think we're all old enough to finally hear this. A government can do whatever the hell they want to, whenever the hell they want to, however the hell they want to,
Well,
because
Pretty
they're the
much,
ones who
yeah.
make the laws.
yeah.
So I just think that again, with we always knew that the what is it, Saudi Media Group was going to put a bid in. If you don't think the UK government's not going to have a big say in who gets to buy Chelsea Football Club, you're insane.
Well, here's the guy, and I think the guy Daniel Crane, he been talking on the chat for a while. Didn't he kind of right? He been saying that the Newcastle been rejected by government before too.
Yeah,
But then
CFA.
they went to court, and court forced them to sell.
Okay.
yeah, they weren't going. Yeah, they weren't going to allow it at first. I remember. Yeah. And
Yeah.
And I'm telling
you see
you,
what I'm saying? So
I'm telling you that was the
and
bid
UK trying to
accepted.
get gas deals from Saudis.
That is a bid accepted by a private owner that they intervened in. This is a club that has been seized by the government. For all intents and purposes, they're actually running the club now. They're saying you can spend this amount of money, you can do this, you can't do that. They're in charge. So you're talking about the government getting involved in a private sale, and the government getting involved in a club that they have sanctioned and basically are running at this point. Two different things. Again, if you don't think that they're going to have a say, they don't have to accept the Saudi bid. They can just say we went with these people instead, and then there's nothing to go to court about.
That's my point. What Simon Gregg is saying. I don't think there is a lot that the government can predict the buyer, can choose the buyer. That's my.
Apparently Roman has
For
the final
example,
say.
for example, no. For example, if you forfeit the house, right, and it goes to the bank that owns the house, they put it on auction. The highest bidder wins. They not saying, "Oh, I don't like you."
I did see.
I
I did see highest
don't-
bid wins as well. Yeah, I did see that reported.
You guys are so naive about this.
What, you think the government just go handpick who they want?
Yeah, they actually are going to handpick who they want. And if you think there's anything other than that, you're delusional. They're going to pick the person that's going to make the least amount of noise, and is going to be in there's going to be slim to no chance of anything like this ever happening again.
This
I
is
think
their
the money
property.
talks.
This is their property now. Okay,
Yeah.
they're not interested in the future of this club. They just want to sell it, and it's depreciating each day that they have it. It's depreciating each hour that they have it. It's now theirs. They've got Roman to agree to the sale. He's out of it. He's now disqualified as a chairman or whatever. He's been disqualified now, so he literally is done with Chelsea. It is over. He has.
Oh,
no
I know.
links to
Roman's
Chelsea
over it. He
whatsoever.
gave the green light
He
apparently.
has no official links to Chelsea whatsoever now. Okay, now it's the government's property to sell, and to do with the proceeds what they want.
Exactly. Club is not seized. Assets are frozen.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Oh,
as
The
well.
dollar belly as well.
this is pointless because people don't understand how this works, but that's okay.
Hopefully, things get made clearer over the next few days, at the very least, because regardless of the situation, should hopefully be done over the next few weeks. We just need to wait for the next few sanctions to come out as well. Maybe there might even be the case that fans will be allowed back into games, and it won't just be a secret at home thing.
I think that again, if you look into it, when you freeze these bank accounts and put all these draconian measures in place, that is the worst it could get. So they went strong on to ensure that Roman has no contacts anymore, no links monetarily to the club, and then they're going to back off some of these things gradually because you don't want to harm an asset like Chelsea, that asset financially to the country as well as culturally to the country. They don't want to do irreparable harm to it. So they're not going to continue with all these measures that everybody's complaining about. They're going to back off. The thing is, you have to go strong first and back off rather than go lightly and get stronger as you go. It has to be a complete blockage, and then you back off of it. And that's exactly what they're doing. That's why they went to negotiate with the government. That's why these things are changing. More things will change because Roman is no longer really. I guess he's a name. He's an owner in name only. He has no control of anything to do with Chelsea Football Club. Period.
Well, just hope we same as everyone. Let's hope we can actually get some clarity.
It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We just need to sell it quick as we can, so we'll not be dragged in at the end of the day.
We definitely need to move on because the government keeping it for longer and longer. It's not good for us. Like we can't sell tickets. We can't sell tops. We can't do this.
Just from a footballing perspective, it needs to get sold.
Yeah,
like it's the fact that we can't do anything in terms of contracts or like anything financial side of it is going to fuck us. If we don't do something sooner or later, it's going to fuck us.
Yeah, right now, like the changes in sanctions will keep the club flowing, and I'm sure the club's going to be fine until the end of the season. I don't think the club's going to be in the case where they can't continue Premier League games.
Well, yes, this is what PL statement was. The Chelsea is going to be at like they already have everything in place, and it's not going to be changed. Did you see the Premier League statement?
No, I already saw this. I already thought this before the statement came out because they're not going to let Chelsea get the bus. No, it's simple. Like Chelsea aren't going to let Chelsea go bust because, like we said, they need to get as much for the club as possible. So they need to keep it alive. The sanctions that they made were ridiculous, and even this idiotic government know that. So they're working on making changes. A few have already come out now. We can now make up to 900k per game, which was the bare minimum that we needed to keep Stamford Bridge going for home games. So now that's not going to be an issue because yesterday everyone was saying that we weren't even going to be able to have the right amount of security, stewarding and catering ready for a match day. Now that's going to be possible so we can keep the bridge flowing through match days. The government were never going to let us be in a position where we weren't going to be able to complete games. Yeah. So we will be fine. In terms of being able to keep the club going until the end of the season, we are going to be okay. That was before any of the news today came out. It was only just a matter of waiting for them to change the sanctions because they already said that they were going to do it.
Yeah. Well, they said it the minute that Abramovich said, "I'm okay with you selling it."
No. That green light announcement came yesterday, but like they were already saying that they were working on changing the sanctions because we weren't going to be able to. Chelsea were only going to be able to manage for about 17 days of the cash reserves that they already had.
Yeah, but that was the only law that had to change. The guy that I was listening on the Talksport. He was saying they already had to change the law to sanction Abramovich in the first place because there's no such a law they could do to sanctions. He explained it, man, so good. I swear, man. I see it a little bit differently than what I was before, and it made me ease. He said that people don't understand that it's like it's a Chelsea. It's not house. that you can sanction and resell it quickly. Chelsea, it's a business. It's and it's not like a grocery store business or anything. It's like it has a humongous followers. Affects everybody. It affects culture in London. Affects a lot of people. Not only that, but and he said that you cannot sanction the put a limit on something. Is like when they put it, they just tried to control it. So then they said that they need to change the law again because something that they already put it in the law in the first place did not work out. So they had to adapt it to it, and it's supposed to be adapted and adapted and adapted. But
yeah, it's not a law actually. The law
well,
was it's governmental rules and regulations.
governmental, yeah.
But again, the government can do whatever they want to in their own country. And if you think otherwise, I don't know what to tell you. You haven't been alive long enough.
Well,
so,
I've been in Russia. I agree with you there.
yeah, you know
I've been in
firsthand
the
on that.
United States. I agree with you that because
Every country.
the lawmakers are the ones that actually rule the countries, not the presidents, not the vice president. The actual lawmakers, like in the United States, is Pelosi. Those are the people that actually change laws the way we want. I don't know how the government work in the United Kingdom, how quick it is.
It's about the same. It's about the same. They have a House of Commons and we have a House of Lords, if I'm correct. Is that correct, Lewis?
What? House of Commons?
There's a House of Commons and a House of Lords?
Yes.
Okay, just like we have the Senate and the House. You have two branches. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So again,
Emi Zigalo, if you want some waffles, go to Waffle House.
Big up Frosted Myth as well, my guy, as always. Big up yourself. We'll still keep track of everything that's going on with this situation, but it'll be a day-by-day basis. You know, there's going to be more news coming out. There's going to be more changes, quicker rate.
I would just say stop believing it all, or stop getting all bent when something comes out. It's wait. They're going to put the most sensationalist headlines on everything because they're trying to get clicks. And if y'all haven't figured this out yet, I'm sorry. Don't trust the media. They'll put like supposedly Erling Haaland's going to go to Man City. Well, no, that's not true. He has personal terms agreed with 4 different teams. Okay.
Yeah.
And if he comes back from his injury, he's going to Real Madrid. If he looks good after coming back from his knee injury, he's going to Real. But all the City fans are hyped because they think they're going to get Erling Haaland. The only way he goes to City is if Real Madrid don't go in for him.
I don't know if they will anymore.
No, they've already said it's based on his injury. If he comes back and he looks good, they're going to go in for him. Because it's only £63 million.
What, Real Madrid have come out and said that, have they?
It's a wage as well, I would say. It's a big one.
No, this came from one of my sources.
Your sources.
That's got most everything right. So
you say it's only 60 something million, but it's going to be the wage. I don't know what his wage demand will be. It might be near 500k, 400k.
Oh, he's going to want 80 to 100 million as a sign-on bonus, and he's going to want 500k a week. He'll want what Mbappe's getting. You know.
Yep. That's why I'd want Chelsea to stay away as well. Like he's going to be demanding way too much money. The injuries as well, like it's been said, 4 injuries a season. It's quite a lot.
Yeah,
and never know. It might be Bundesliga attacks as well. What helps like him look so good? Never know. Don't know until like he goes to another league. But I wouldn't take that risk on him.
He's not coming to Chelsea anyway. So.
Yeah, I know. Because we got Lukaku. We brought our striker.
Now should we have Havertz?
Havertz is playing really well lately, actually. And look how long it took Havertz to get adjusted to the Premier League. I think he's starting to really gel into it, like to the Premier League, like started like form.
Yep, mad. Spin the Opinion says don't trust the media on anything. Literally that. Like Johnny said it perfectly, and it's rare I say this. Media is only correct about two things: the date and the time. Everything else is usually waffle or twisted or just a load of bollocks. So don't believe every article that you say at face value. Read between the lines and please, guys, use some common sense. Like some of the stuff we hear is ridiculous. With the team bus and shit, like if it gets to that point, I'm sure one of the fucking players can pay for it. If we can't pay for stewards, I'm sure one of the fucking players will do it as well. You forget how much money these players are earning too. I'm sure there's one or the others who'll be able to make the sacrifice for the club. It happens in tough situations like this. But yeah, like everything else is just speculation at this point. We might as well move on to Chelsea Newcastle preview. And we're facing a very difficult Newcastle side, in all honesty. These guys haven't lost a league game since December the 19th.
Have they beat anybody of note?
I can look.
An informed Southampton team. They beat.
That's nothing. I'm talking about.
They beat Leeds, Villa, Brighton, Brentford, Southampton. Okay,
and some of those teams were on form when they beat them. Like they have done a good job. They've played.
I'm not saying that they've been garbage, but those teams are not anybody that we wouldn't expect to beat, right?
I mean, considering one of those teams required us 2 penalties to beat, another team we just about beat and was largely reliant on Mendy saving us to beat. Let's not throw stones.
They drew against Man United as well, 1-1.
Exactly. Like let's not throw stones in glass houses when we have shown plenty of times this season. Everton, Burnley, Wolves, the Leeds game before we won. Like I think we beat them, but before people as people already have, like I think we win. Like I'm just not doing this thing of writing them off before we've even played them because we've done this before. And guess how it turned out? Oh, we dropped points, or teams have come and gave us a game. Norwich gave us a game. They're the worst team in the Premier League, and for 20 minutes they were better than us.
They didn't do anything though.
They were better than us.
They didn't do anything, but we lost complete control of that game.
Exactly, and that's a Norwich team.
I think that's
our shit. That's a Norwich team that are shit.
They stepped off the they didn't really obviously push us hard after they got the 2 goals.
There wasn't that much.
Yeah, they didn't pepper us or anything like that. Mendy didn't have anything to say. There wasn't.
Yeah, it's not like the Brentford.
No, like they were poor with their end product, but I'm talking about in terms of controlling a game. Like,
I agree. The control,
we still didn't do that. The first half was brilliant. I have no complaints. The second half, it was a complete 180.
Yeah, they just dropped. The level
until they scored. We turned it back on. If you notice,
this is my point. Like I said, I think we win, but to completely dismiss them is nonsense because we know what our team is like. We have seen it this season.
Also, do we still not have any actual wing backs for this game?
We don't know.
Right.
We have Aspie.
We don't know.
Aspie's still fit, isn't he? All right,
we beat Newcastle with shitty teams before, so I'm not worried. They got a terrible record against us, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, and again, it's the level of opposition that they've been beating is not anywhere close to us. Yes, we do play bad sometimes. We do let games get away from us, but I mean, are you going to bet that Newcastle is going to beat Chelsea tomorrow at the Bridge?
I wouldn't bet losing. I would say there's more chance of us drawing because we barely lose this season.
Well, if Newcastle are playing, feeling good, don't you think they're going to come out and play against us and not sit back?
Yeah.
They'll come and play,
especially with Eddie Howe.
Okay, if they're going to come and play against us, they're going to be open in the back, and their defense is still just terrible.
Yeah,
they don't.
Right?
They're just awful.
Exactly.
So I hope it's as easy as we make it out to be. But
I didn't say
we have a habit of making easier games against shit defenses look hard. So I don't want to look at it in case of paper. I want to look at it in case of how do Chelsea perform and do they perform to their full potential? Because we rarely ever do. And if we do, it's in phases. It's not really in the case of a full 90, which is just typical Chelsea, which is why I understand the concern. Like, obviously, we should still be beating Newcastle. We probably will beat Newcastle, but will we make it an easy win? Not too sure about. And I get why there's a bit of a concern because there is still the potential of points being dropped, but I do think it's very unlikely as well.
Okay, as far as I guess we can segment and go on to the game. As far as bids for the club, there's over 10 bids for the club. That's the only news we have. There's 10 bids. One of them is the Saudi Media Group. One of them is Bowley. One of them is supposed to be Candy. And whoever
I
else.
think Bowley and Candy is the same bid.
No, I think they're two separate bids.
Two separate.
Two separate bids.
I thought that the Candy guy joined that Swedish guy.
No, the third person, someone called, I think it's Jonathan Bornstein, I want to say is his name, the third man in that consortium.
Well, again, they just said that they're bringing somebody else on, so I don't know.
So who's gonna be who's the Candy guy coming with?
He's putting together a consortium as well.
Was he linked to Ruben? Who's Ruben? Who's the one linked to Ruben? The family.
Loftus-Cheek? Ruben
No,
Loftus-Cheek?
Oh, you're talking about the Rubin family?
Yeah, there was they're in the mix, aren't they as well? Something like that?
No.
Oh, they're not. Okay.
Because I think that they have an investment in Newcastle.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, yeah, they have to sell their investment in Newcastle first.
And they're not going to do that. So, although it could be, they have till the 18th. And so you're going to see articles come out. This person's in the lead. That person's in the lead. They don't know who's in the lead. First of all, I think that the bank that's accepting all these bids is in the United States. The Rain Group.
So the dodgy fax machines they're using. It'd be a great television show, wouldn't it? Have Roman in the middle with like 10 envelopes, and he doesn't know who's in it, and he's got to pick one like that.
Like the NBA lottery, like the NBA lottery.
His final act to do anything with Chelsea, he just picks anyone like that, and then suddenly they're the owners of Chelsea.
Yeah, you came in 10th. Give them their card. For those who don't watch the NBA lottery, it's not funny, but it is.
Yeah, it was a bit lost on me, but I appreciate the sentiment at the very least. Let's go into the lineup then. Give me one second.
Football,
guys. If you lot want to change any of the options, any super chat, any amount, and you get to put whatever play you want in, and he stays. So let's get straight in.
Let me guess, AC
squad builder. Well, we have to make a decision, but the glitches are always there, isn't it?
Right back.
What are we saying for the back three people? What are we saying?
I think it's going to be Christensen, Chalobah, and Rudiger. I think that they're going to give Thiago a day off.
Will AC be automatically in the Barcelona lineup?
It could be in this lineup. We're signed for Barcelona.
I'm sorry, we don't do Barcelona.
Even I'm getting tired of you thinking funny jokes, man.
Hey, Alex, I got a few laughs, Alex. So hold that.
I'm not saying it's not funny.
Fatah's left. Fatah's 50% real laugh doesn't count.
Yeah. Fatah's laugh. It's like show me finger, he'll bust his ass.
It's like when you're watching Big Bang Theory and they pitch in the laughs at the end of a joke.
Brian, we know you're trying to instigate, but let's leave this out of it.
Hey, don't try. You laughed, man. Don't try and make yourself the hero, man.
Shameless.
I'm not. I'm not.
This guy tried to.
By the way, guy that have a decency talk about Christians and get yourself a freaking better Wi-Fi. Then we'll talk.
I actually think.
See, I got. Can we talk about the lineup? Can we talk about the lineup?
Yeah. So what are we saying for the back three guys?
It's too early for beef. Rudiger's gonna be on the left.
Yeah, it's a bacon time. So it's a bacon time. It's eggs and bacon time.
Is Ashby injured?
Nah,
Ashby was ill. He was sick. He wasn't feeling good at halftime.
He had the shits at halftime. That's what he did.
Right, so we got Trev, AC, and Rudiger in the back three. Anyone got any disagreements?
Nah, yeah.
Perfect. All right, we'll go to right wing back, which is probably just as
Silva's injured.
No,
I want to say Reece. I'm going to say what about Reece? I forgot you got injured.
Silva start against Lille.
Yeah, Silva is gonna start.
Yeah, it's less than 3 days, isn't it? So it's like
maybe Saul again.
Yeah.
Oh God.
If
Is Alonso going to be fit? Because I feel like he'd want to.
injured?
I feel like he'd be more of a shoe-in against
Yeah,
Newcastle.
if he's fit, he plays, but I don't know if he's fit.
Is
So
Is
that
Alonso
COVID
fit or not?
Alonso?
Do we know?
I think he is.
What about Cho? Is his Achilles healed?
We haven't
Mm.
heard anything about him.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing on his front.
What about JFK?
I think
He knows
I'm
everything
good.
about Newcastle.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I think Kante and Cover.
Oh, the left-hand side is just going to be an L anyway. Whoever we put there. So
Either Jorginho
know.
and Kante or Kovacic and Kante.
No, thank you. I'm okay. I'm done with Jorginho.
Is Alonso still out? Because we got a comment
No.
in chat saying Alonso's still out with the vid.
is he still out? Let me check Twitter quick.
Do we even get a press conference today?
Oh,
Cho is No, set to I-
return next
No, it was yesterday, wasn't it? Was it yesterday the press conference?
Or was it
Don't
at
get-
the end of the Norwich press conference? Did they have a?
I don't
The
know.
one
they
was
usually
I know one was released yesterday.
They
Yeah.
said that what's his name? He still have a vid.
Oh, he's still out. Okay.
I
So
think it's
it's-
Saul or JFK.
I think it's going to be Saul.
So
Oh, God. Please, not Kennedy. Jesus Christ.
Trying to
It's
find
Kennedy. Kennedy.
I'd rather listen to Fatah's laugh for
Yeah,
hours in
no.
a row.
I don't even know.
Kennedy.
So what? We're going to go Kennedy then.
Sal.
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 Oh,
He's not played. He's not played bad the last few games. It's,
I think it might be Cover and Kante.
I still disagree, but we move.
I think Kante definitely starts.
Midfield. What are we saying for the midfield?
Kante's at start, I reckon.
Yeah.
N'Golo and
It's either gonna be Cover
Jorginho, I'm
or
guessing.
Jorginho, I feel.
And
no,
Chicks.
I don't want to see Jorginho on the pitch. He was crap.
I don't
want to.
I thought it was good last game.
I would if Kovacic is fit, I would throw Kovacic.
Yeah.
First.
Kovacic is going to play because look who's on the left-hand side. You have Saul. Conte plays on the right. You got to have somebody who can cover if Saul gets out of position, and Jorginho cannot cover.
Unless we keep.
By the way, remember when people saying that we lost the midfield of second half at Norwich? There's a reason why we lost it over there.
I thought most of their play was coming off the wings. Like we weren't really great with
That's
Ruben.
because we
and
played
Saul
Ruben
on
at right wing back.
Yeah,
Ruben's
that was
not
the
a right
thing.
wing back.
They transitioned through the wings for us. They went through the midfield at some points, but most was wing play.
I think
But you want, when you
Rashica.
get like 10 up, you
I
wanna
always
just get
entertain
energy
myself when I see Jorginho try to run back to
sometimes. Leave Jorginho's running.
CBA.
Jorginho's running. It's like I swear that shit you need to only see if you're high.
Well, we'll see tomorrow.
Most of the time, he doesn't need a run. He's just there in the right place most of the time.
No, there was a one
No, he's
moment in
usually
the
not.
game.
He
He
is.
is. He
a-
reads the game really well. Chester.
Not when they're on transition.
He can read his ABD.
I've seen him
I don't
tackle
care,
many times.
man. I know he know his alphabet, and it's ABD, not
He
ABC.
did a lot of tackles, interceptions.
Is there only
in
3
the
games
Euros.
today?
Yeah, most of
yeah.
the games are on Sunday. There's 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and they're all at one time.
Luckily, I have to leave at like 3:30ish, so lucky I'll see
They're all
it.
at one time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Front
get-
3. What are we
make a prayer
saying?
to your Werner temple.
Havertz, Mount-
Havertz
Timo
again,
Timo.
or are we going
Yeah.
for Lukaku?
Havertz,
No.
Timo, and Mount.
No, Timo's not playing, bro.
Timo's
Yeah,
playing.
nah.
He was trash.
He wasn't
Come
trash.
on, man.
Trash.
Oh, Chris, man.
Chris, come on.
Bro.
Come
Come on.
What do you mean,
You're
bro?
He's not even saying it with a straight face.
No, I'm laughing because you're saying bro. Like he was
Dude,
decent.
I've
still.
tolerated this for
He was
18 months
not.
from you, okay? I'm not doing
Yeah,
this
it's
anymore.
definitely
okay?
Pulisic
You
Mount
What did I
on
miss?
guy.
have to
What did I
see
miss?
Timo's link up. He was still good. Like you know, in that
What
team.
link up?
His link up
You
was good
missed.
for one of the goals.
He passed it sideways.
I'm
No,
eating.
link up,
I'm eating.
link up
I'm
that
eating.
triangle.
I'm
Link
eating.
I have it to
I'm
Mason
eating.
I
Mount.
know you're eating. You missed in the chat. This girl asking you out in the chat.
He's on me.
I'm
That wasn't.
Wallahi, bro.
Wallahi, who was it?
What was that?
I don't know. I don't know what's
His
going
team
on.
are playing on left. That's what it was.
Wallahi, fine.
Ah,
Is that
Right,
is
so
everybody
Ma-
saying Timo's not playing now?
Pulisic, Havertz, Mount.
Pulisic stayed for the Champions League.
No, Pulisic.
Alright,
Havertz,
then
no.
Timo stayed for Champions League then.
No, he's
Yeah.
saving for the saving for
Yeah,
the
stay with the
Championship.
Champions
Chris, you
League.
tried
yeah.
to plug. You tried to plug
Oh,
Timo.
yeah,
in this
yeah,
whole
man, the
platform.
myth,
Yes,
legend.
yes. The Kardashian arena is on.
Kasuf, they're not even starting Timo. You hear this?
Listen, I've got some special facts about Pulisic. Not Pulisic, Kai Havertz and
Why are you
Mason
recording
Mount.
from your shower?
Is it?
Fuck's sake, sir.
Hey, it's a lot better than last time, so it's not
Go on,
crackling.
go on,
so I'll
Cluster.
take
Land
it.
the minerals, son. Land the minerals, Cluster.
Should I? In last 7 months, I read it today. Like I wasn't really like focused on it, but I read it. In last 7 months, Kai Havertz has only scored against 2 teams, Burnley and Norwich in Premier League, the relegation team.
What about Liverpool?
I'm talking about last 7 months.
That was last
And
time.
then
That would include Liverpool.
no, he just scored once for Liverpool. That was like in I think September, was it?
August,
And then
August,
Mason Mount. Okay, listen, let me finish it. Mason Mount in last 3 months in EPL has only scored against Norwich.
I think it's
So
really
you don't want if we are expecting Mason Mount and Kai Havertz to start tomorrow and deliver, then I think Newcastle's going to have a point. They're going to take a point away from us.
So what,
You know
we're
what?
on 2 points?
I think Cluster's up to something.
What?
I think you're up to something,
Yeah.
Cluster.
All right, Timo,
Bro.
stop simping. Clash Ref, what's your point though?
I'm just saying it's Newcastle has invested money and they are not a relegation team anymore.
This is how I see
That-
Clash Ref
yeah, I
talking
agree.
right now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
What the hell are you
They're
doing?
not a relegation team. So if you're just like if you're like thinking Mason Mount and Kai Havertz can score against big team, they can't. They
They scored
can't.
against Man City in the final of the UCL.
Yeah,
talking
Johnny,
about?
right?
Wait, hold on. Even forget that. Newcastle are not a relegation, or like they've improved and they've been doing well the last 8 games or so. They're not a big team, not yet.
And listen, Mason Mount in EPL, like other than Norwich, he has only scored against 4 other teams, right? And those 4 teams,
Yeah,
only
true.
West Ham is the one who's top 10. Rest of them are
True,
below top 10.
Yeah. Mount has been poor this season. Yeah. Again, what's your overarching point?
Listen, recently Mason Mount and Kai Havertz cost us Liverpool game. So I would prefer Ziyech, Pulisic, and Lukaku starting tomorrow.
When did
Okay, so wait, Andrew, hold on. No, sorry, hold on. Why didn't you just start your point with, I think Ziyech, Lukaku, and I don't know who the last guy you said. I think these guys should start over Pulisic, over Mount and Havertz and then you mention why don't you start with that point instead of mentioning random
Yeah, I mean,
stats?
like people need more information. Like, why is there so much hype around Kai Havertz? Why there's so much hype around Mason Mount? I think they're just stat padding.
Okay.
Just the fact-
Let me say
Fucking
something,
shit,
right?
man.
We are now into the 19th month of Timo Werner playing for Chelsea. Yeah.
Well, listen, we are not talking about Timo Werner.
Let me finish.
But we're not talking about Timo
Hey, let
Werner.
me finish.
We were talking about him actually. So
Yeah, I was.
That's why you're on this thing to talk about him, nothing else. But in the 19 month, he has scored 21 goals in 19 months. Basically, he's on track for a goal every month so far where he's been playing for Chelsea. Timo Werner.
Chris, you said that's all right.
Yeah, it's not our
Chris,
most goals
you've
out of
gotta
everyone in
stop,
tag
man.
though.
Seriously, Chris, you've got to stop, man.
But
I
like,
don't care. I don't
there's
care
no
about his
bar,
goal.
Chris. There's no
I don't
bar.
care
Who
about
else
his
scored it?
goals. I don't
There's no
care about
bar.
his goals. I can't watch him as a footballer play on that
He
football pitch.
is
He's
terrible.
fuck all.
He runs.
No, Andrew,
he runs like
here's
a
the thing,
pregnant
though.
duck. Yeah?
Andrew, here's the
He is
thing.
terrible.
Class Ref
One of the
never,
worst
Class Ref
signings
never
we've
brought
ever
up.
made. He's
What about
terrible.
assist-
Andrew,
Andrew.
Class Ref never brought up, never mentioned Timo Werner.
Yeah, I went with Lukaku on the
Well,
pitch
that's
either.
why he's on here. You don't not on Freddie.
No. He spoke about Ziyech, Lukaku, and Pulisic starting.
But we were talking about
is he
Timo
actually
Werner.
fit?
Was he? Did I miss
Andrew,
something?
what about
He
Timo's?
is.
Andrew, what about Timo's assists as well? You know, they had too.
Okay, let's talk about his assists this season. 4.
Oh, yeah, this season. 7 goals as well this season. And like
No,
14
there's clearly a vendetta
I
against
can't be
Pulisic
bothered.
and Werner.
You know what,
Because when Werner scores, right, he scores against Luton and he provided 2 like assist and semi-assist against loss against Norwich. Nobody talks about it. But when Pulisic scores, listen, there is a clear vendetta.
Didn't you just criticize? Didn't you just criticize Mount for saying he only scores against a smaller team?
Yeah, you said Luton. Oh my god.
No,
No,
talking
listen,
about Luton
he
and
scored
Norwich.
against Luton, right? Listen, he scored against
I would
Luton,
say Timo
but
definitely
Havertz
was him.
and Mason Mount couldn't score against Plymouth.
Nice.
But I will say Timo
That
Werner.
is genuinely the biggest. This might be a bigger trash v garbage debate than when me and Mohammed had the
It's
Bachelor
not, it's
Live
pure
drink
shit.
water debate.
It's a pure shit
This
debate.
is genuinely a bunch of nonsense. This is a bunch of
Rubbish,
nonsense.
honestly.
Number
I've
one,
never heard
the
a player
quote
I'll
unquote
go
the
look
quote
for my
unquote
dog shit again
the-
to make sure up.
Yeah.
the quote unquote assist that Werner got in that game. He got tackled and it
Pre-assist.
ricocheted off
No.
his shin.
Yeah.
No, he got tackled and
He
it
dribbled
ricocheted off
round
his
him.
shin.
He didn't
That's how
dribble
he got
round
the
him, Chris.
assist.
Stop
Number
saying
two, that
I
goal
can
was of
say it.
Ruben's making. He literally makes a run in behind. I can get any Sunday League player to make a run in behind.
Nah, it was like back of his heel. That is
Shut up.
technically incredible. Like everybody was saying, that is first touch and back of his heel. That is like
what are you trying
Thierry
to do to
Henry
me,
I can
style.
ask Ike Ugbo for fuck's sake to make that run, and he probably scores that goal. It doesn't mean anything. It's a run in behind. Damn near every fucking attacker at our football club can do that.
Bro, Kai Havertz missed 3 chances against Lille, whatever.
Did he score?
What is Kai Havertz scored 2 goals against
he
what you call
score?
Lille.
I
One
already said you'll know
one
he
was a Pulisic made that goal. It was just a tap in, and the second tap in was Reece James gave it. It almost missed. Kai Havertz almost missed the second tap in.
He can't Lily.
Oh, Christ.
Hold on. Class ref, it's your point that we need to upgrade on Mount and Havertz. I agree. Maybe on the Havertz bit, I'm kind of a bit 50-50, but yes, I agree. We need to upgrade on all of our attack. But the solution isn't Ziyech, because he's just as bad, or Lukaku,
Solution
because
is
he
not
doesn't work in the
Lukaku.
system, or Werner, or whatever. All of our attackers are bad or average. Like, none of them are the solution, really. In my opinion.
No, our attackers. I'm not saying our attackers are bad. Our attackers are good, but the hierarchy, like where is the best attacker, that is questionable. That is what we're debating on.
There is no hierarchy and there's no debate. You're doing transfer garbage.
You can't listen to your Champions League winner.
Hold on. What you're doing right now, you're debating being an Arsenal fan over being a Spurs fan.
I don't care if he's a Champions League winner. Jose Bosingwa and Ryan Bertrand are Champions League winners.
Listen, you can't call. You can call Kai Havertz trash. You can call Mason Mount trash. You can't call Timo Werner trash because he gave you 27 assists, goals and assists. He gives you everything. He brings the team inside. Listen, we realize the character of Kai Havertz and Mason Mount against Norwich. It's out there. Where Timo Werner was trying to bring everybody in because they knew Norwich is not a good team. He was trying to build confidence for other players. Kai Havertz and Mason Mount were trying to have stat pads. They were doing stat pads.
Why in the hell would you do this to me?
And hold on, Class ref. I'm one of the people.
Why you ruined my weekend?
Okay, hold on, Class ref. I'm one. Class ref.
Where Timo Werner mentality was like other players are low on confidence. Just help them, bring them into the game, enjoy the game. Kai Havertz and Mason Mount were thinking about let's start that.
Class ref, I'm trying to help you. I'm actually one of Class ref. I'm actually one of the few people who doesn't hate on Werner.
Wow.
However, as much as the 27 goal contribution last season shows he wasn't as bad as what everyone says that he is, he still isn't good enough. Like both can.
He is good enough. Obviously, he is good enough. Like he is.
Both can
You know what's funny?
coexist.
That prime Wants to have a conversation.
Listen. Werner is way ahead of Mason Mount and Kai Havertz. It's not even an argument.
Yeah, it is an
Okay,
argument.
but
Only
here's the thing.
insane people think
But
that.
here's the
It's
wait,
not
hold on.
argument. It's a delusion.
Alex, stop. But hold on. Here's the thing. Even if Werner is ahead of
No.
Mason Mount and Kai Havertz,
He makes me
that,
eat
that
cake
Werner
in the
still
morning.
isn't good enough either. Werner still isn't good enough
No, he
either.
brings players. Listen, when Werner is not scoring goals, he's not hungry for goals. He's not hungry for goals. He's bringing players in. He's helping other players in.
But that's still not.
It's like a Benzema type of level.
Hold on. Don't say Benzema. Don't. Anyway, it's like saying
Fatta, Chris, see your peoples.
Hey,
No,
what
Chris,
do you mean?
it's part of the problem.
it's like
Hey, I'm
saying.
not- I'm not-
What's an example?
I won't compare him to
Hold
Benzema.
on,
That's
hold on,
too
hold on.
extreme.
Hold on. What's an
Are you
example?
sure,
of
Chris?
that? It's like
Yeah.
saying.
I can tell it.
I love Benzema. I've
It's
rated
like
him for
saying-
years.
It's like saying Nathaniel Chalobah is better than Harry Maguire, but I still don't want Chalobah starting week in week out for us.
No, this is not. Listen, you're putting Lukaku and Werner. You're saying one shit is like better than the other shit, but Werner is
Where
not
did I
shit.
mention-
Lukaku should be
didn't
compared
mention
with
Lukaku.
Havertz
Okay,
because
But
Havertz
I
has
didn't mention
never
Lukaku.
scored
I
other than
didn't
Liverpool in 2 years' time against any
Class
bigger team in Premier League.
Class ref. Don't
against
lie. I
Everton.
didn't mention Lukaku. So let's not lie.
Scored against Everton.
I'm the only one here trying to have a conversation with you. I'm trying to
I
understand
don't
what
know
you're
why
coming
you're trying
from.
to
But let's
make it
don't make up.
logical. It's
Why are you
not
trying to have a conversation? Don't
Listen,
address
Kai Havertz, has a worse touch than Lukaku.
Oh my
Bro.
god, get this guy off.
Okay,
man.
but
Seriously.
all right.
Come on.
I can only handle
Hold on.
Chris, man.
Class ref.
This is
That's
ridiculous.
let's assume you're right.
But
That
bro,
means
why
one of our
Havertz minions are so hostile? Like they
That's
are
right,
really
that's right.
hostile.
No,
All right,
I'm
so
hostile
ignore-
to
so
people who
ignore-
talk
like
shit.
stupidity.
Class ref.
Listen,
Ignore the other minions and just speak to me. If what you're saying is right and Havertz is touch, Andrew, show
He
me some
just said
respect.
Kai
Let me just
Havertz touch is worse than
Andrew,
Lukaku.
let me
Let's
It
move
did.
on, man.
Yesterday we
Andrew,
saw that. He wasn't even trying
Andrew, please.
in
I'm
the
trying.
second half.
No,
If
let's
Havertz
move
is
on. There's no point.
is he gone? Oh, he's here. If Havertz's touch is as worse as Lukaku's, that means all of our attackers are not good enough, right?
No, Werner is. Werner deserved better attackers with him.
Oh.
And you know
He's
what?
Werner
gonna
is
get that
100
next year at
million.
Bayern. He'll get
Hold
that
on,
next year at
if
But
Bayern.
there's no
Werner,
Oh,
Or Barcelona.
if Werner
Werner has played with Mason Mount and Kai Havertz. Let that sink in. Last year, he played with Havertz and Mason Mount. That guy has to play with Mason Mount. He has to defend. Yeah, last game against Norwich, he was doing Mason Mount job. He was in the mid.
Hang on.
Lewis.
Yes, Werner is.
Don't
Hold
feel sorry
on.
for Werner though.
Hold on.
Lewis was
Hold
there.
on. If
Lewis
hold
was
on.
there and can confirm
Hold
this,
on.
whether he did that or not.
Andrew, let me. Andrew, no, but Andrew,
no more.
please.
I'm done.
I'm not
Okay,
please,
here it is.
Yeah,
I'm
prime.
leaving.
We're done.
I'm
Is
leaving.
there
I'm
is there
done.
a full
I'm
body
out.
condom? Is there such a thing as a
Please,
full
man.
body condom from
Don't make a
spreading
logical
STDs?
conversation with this guy.
No,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
actually interested in what he's trying to say.
He's not
Well,
saying
you
that.
call
He's
each
saying
other.
shit.
He's a freaking
He's saying
idiot.
shit. He's not
Oh, no,
Just
no,
give
no,
him
Jester,
give him your
Jester,
phone number. Meet up
Jester, I
somewhere
know
in
he's-
the same
Jester,
Wi-Fi
I know-
area where you
Jester,
at, and
Jester,
just have
I
a
know he's
conversation
in-
with him.
But I'm trying to understand where he's coming from.
He just said that Werner did Mount's job. We've got Lewis who was there who confirmed that's not true. So what is he?
It is true. Like it is true. He was doing Mason Mount job because Mason Mount just wanted to attack and score goals.
Class ref.
Simple.
Lewis was there, and he says it did not happen. So what are you talking about?
Oh
You
my
can
God.
watch the Norwich game. I actually on my Instagram, I shared videos where Werner was doing Mason Mount job.
Lewis, it's been real. It's been fun, but I can't deal with
Yeah.
this anymore. I got to go.
Take
Go
care,
ahead,
Chester, my guy.
Oh,
Love,
peace,
bro.
Jesters. Go AM, you're a
Oh.
dickhead. Class ref
Yeah.
drinks paint thinner before every stream, and Prime is trying to
Listen,
understand
the
the
fact
game.
is that Benzema. Listen. The fact is Benzema was not really liked by Real Madrid for 3 years because he was
You know
under
what?
the shadow of Ronaldo.
Hold on. You know what? You know what, Class ref? Yeah. Whatever.
Those other 13
Impasse.
he was
Let's
there for.
impasse and move on. Strip bears
move on.
£5
Yeah,
super
big up
chat.
Strip Bear
I'm
saying
actually
question
gonna
for Kazra.
wait.
Do you want to
Can I-
see
wait, can I
Saudi
address
private
this?
media? One set, Prime. Do you want to see Saudi private media and the Kardashians take over Chelsea? Well, as a combined thing. Still, God forbid, just give me the Saudi private media ones. But
No,
yeah,
address it.
I
Address it
like
to no.
big
Address it to
butts and I
Timo.
cannot lie.
Address it to Timo for Tor. Do you think
What?
the
No,
Kardashians
I'm a
would
person.
buy Chelsea?
You can ask Glasher. Wait, you can ask Glasher for that. Glasher is the one said he wants to turn the
No, but we want to know. But we want to know what you think. We want to know what you think.
I'm happy. I don't care which owner comes in. I'm happy regardless.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go to home games at the OnlyFans Arena?
What do you mean OnlyFans Arena? What are you talking about, Prime? Let's move on. It's not.
yeah.
Why
Aiden says-
are you saying that, Prime, like you have a high ground to say it, man? You're literally paying for the same subscription, man.
Prime,
Big
you
up
would-
Aiden.
Prime,
One
you
set,
would-
fatter, one set. Aiden says Werner couldn't score in a brothel with a handful of 50s. Ziyech has made a glass and gets injured every 30 seconds, and Lukaku is lazy. Our
I
attack,
would sell Lukaku, but like, listen, Werner can't run that much. He's tired now. He's fed up
The
with
Aston
Havertz and
Stadium.
Mason now. He needs new players.
Oh my god! Please,
Aye.
He's tired.
You and Fata link up and sort out the Werner hype.
Wallahi,
Yeah,
Prime,
it's
stop lying about the
kind of
cameras. I know
interesting.
you would go to that arena, Prime. Wallahi, Prime. On my life, you would go, Prime. You would go with me in Clash F, Prime. I can guarantee.
Wait, I would do what?
You
You
would
will
go
go
to
on
that home
plus
game if
18.
that happens. You would go-
I would. Hold on, Fitzor, you're the one DMing her.
Oh,
How do you know? Because
Oh.
you DMing her too, and she's telling you about it.
No, because Fitzor tells me things. Look at him.
So you just snitching on your friend on the live video, right? What a good friend you are. What are you hiding?
so man. Frosted Myth says Klasref is that type of guy to take 18 people to an 18+ movie. That's a new one, but fucking mad. Yeah. God forbid Timo Werner starts, because I haven't seen good enough performances.
Jesus.
I don't really want to hear any other different. Anyone got any other thoughts? Or we gonna wrap up the stream?
Who did we play? Who did we play before? When we scored 4 goals in second half, which was the
Burnley.
team?
That's Burnley.
Burnley.
But
And who
was it
didn't play?
Burnley?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Burnley played Leicester City 3 days ago, and they were tired. The first half showed us like how poor Havertz and Mason Mount
Fraser,
were.
we sold
The
that tweet
second
long
half,
time ago.
what?
Oh, I was just talking to somebody in the
Stop
chat.
talking to the chat when other people are talking. It's not
Yeah,
fair.
listen, I'm in a
It's not
fappy
fair.
mood. Listen, I'm in a fappy mood. I need to get it out of my chest. Listen, Werner is not being celebrated like we celebrate him in the stadium. That guy is an absolute beast. Without him, the system cannot be enabled. And we have seen it in every single game against Lille, right? We won the game, right? But the problem was we didn't win it because of Havertz and Mason Mount or Pulisic. We won because Lille was really poor in the midfield. They had no fucking proper midfielder. They were taking too much time on the ball. And then against Burnley, Burnley played against Leicester. They lost 2-0. The first half we saw how poor they were. The second half they just gave up.
I'm gonna
Listen,
be
the Havertz tapping goal, they couldn't do it. Pulisic had a goal which came out of the defender. So it was just like Burnley gave up. So if you believe like Mason Mount and Kai Havertz against Newcastle without Timo Werner can achieve anything, you're in the la la land. You're willing to blame Jorginho in the next game.
Right. Well, with that in mind, we are going to wrap up the stream. Big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button.
Last year, everybody was counting a Timo Werner's goal. Now count
I'm
each
ready
year
for
goal of
Aston
Kai
Arena.
Havertz.
Can't be asked. Right, smash the like and subscribe button. Big up everyone that's locked in. We'll be back tomorrow, probably for Shameless FC. Big up everyone.
This is
Like and
Shameless
subscribe.
FC.
Oh yeah,
Shameless
this is
FC.
everyday Shameless FC. Fucking now. Oh my gosh. Right. Big up, like and subscribe. We are out.